Can you hear us all okay?
Do you want to do a clap? Because we're supposed to clap.
Are we? You're just stalling
I
it.
don't know. You said do a clap. I don't know what I'm going to say.
3, 2,
Oh, she's stalling. That was great.
No, one person, that's going to be so hard.
What?
I do too.
No, it's
What?
not. It'll all
What?
just be at the same time.
No, I had 4 separate claps then.
Well, we've got to do a bit better then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ash, you
What?
just do the one clap.
Oh, no, we all got to do it together.
Are we all
It's
doing
good
it together?
teamwork.
3, 2, 1.
That was good.
That was good.
The first week was excellent.
I thought the first one was
Excellent.
I thought it was just that loud. Just that broke the sound barrier.
Ready, producer? Welcome back to the Offsiders Podcast.
Why?
We've gone American this week.
I love the fact you absolutely
Episode 50.
You hate doing stuff like this.
You're like a game show host every single time.
You
We
can't
are
relax into
here
it.
live on a recorded podcast
I was about to say this is not live.
with Jack Durkin, Tom
Hello.
Painter, Bill Cohen, and me, Ash Crint.
Okay, Ash, I think you've got to do it every week now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every week. Oh, well
Kick
done.
on from there.
Like a game show.
They've woken
host.
up now.
How are we all?
Good to have you back, Jack.
I know, yeah. I
yeah.
wasn't here last week, was I? A little trip away,
He was
but
here in spirit.
I know, yeah. I saw that when Ash won the quiz, he started pointing at me and going, "Yes, Jack, I've done it for you."
You got mentioned early as well.
I know. I saw that.
Normally people get forgotten about the whole way
Yeah.
through, but yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, you said it after about 2 or 3 minutes, where it was you. In fact, there was one episode where we filmed the whole segment, completely forgot.
I think that
to
was me,
mention
wasn't
that
it?
you
It
were
was me,
away.
wasn't
And then
it?
we were
Yeah.
like, we're gonna have to mention
Yep.
he's away. Yeah,
We're going to have to come back.
So yeah, thank you for mentioning that I was away. Yeah, a nice little trip abroad. So
Did you have a good time?
yeah, it was really good, really nice. Went to see Barcelona versus Getafe as well, so a bit football related. It was at the Estadio Luis Olympic Stadium, I think it's called, which is absolutely massive, by the way. It is huge, but they didn't sell it out at all. It was only half
Really?
full. I think it seats 82,000. There's only 41,000 there.
Is it the Olympic
Really?
Stadium?
Is that the Olympics where it got kind of overshone during the opening ceremony when the doves flew over the flame and they got caught on fire?
What?
So is this Barcelona Olympic? Is this like
I feel like that might have
1982
been
or
the
something? I don't
Barcelona
know.
Olympics.
I've never heard that.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
and they
this.
flew over it, they let him go, and then they went over the flame, and yeah.
Survival
We know
of
what
the fittest,
happened
innit?
God, what a great opening ceremony.
Wow.
that is.
Well, what a great opening start to this
When-
podcast.
When doves die.
It's good name. It's good name for a band, that.
It is, yeah. But yeah, great to go to the ground. They won 1-0. It wasn't the most exciting game, but got to see Rafinha live.
I was going to
again.
say, did you get to see Rafinha?
And he's just great, isn't he, Rafinha?
Yes,
He
world-class
looks
player.
like he fitted right, and he was a skipper as well when I was there. He picked
Was
up
he?
Player of the Month
Oh.
award as well, so it was a nice homecoming. I didn't wear my Leeds top though. I forgot to take it.
You could have given him a shout there.
I know.
Could have given him a shout there. I spoke to a friend about when he signed for Barcelona. I said he's the best player I've ever seen in a Leeds United shirt.
Oh, he's
Like,
fantastic.
it just is. And everyone thought, oh, yeah. And I thought, well, he's proven it now, isn't
Yeah,
he?
Yeah,
So
it was
Barcelona
Barcelona.
he's matured a lot as well. If I look at when he signed for Leeds, he looks very young in the face and his haircut as well. Now he looks like he's a
World-class player.
world-class footballer.
He used to play balls like Ellen Road, like to the players, and they were misplaced passes, but they were never bad balls.
No.
Just the players weren't on that wavelength of where the
raps
ball should
everything
be.
as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And
he's
that
a
goal
quality
against
player.
West Brom where he cut in, and Newcastle as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
quality player.
fantastic footballer.
He'd be the guy I'd be most excited to see
He was.
at Barcelona.
He was.
genuinely.
Yamal, surely, let me
did-
Yamal.
Well, Yamal as well.
They
Yeah.
loved Yamal. They were twerking for Yamal definitely. is what, but yeah, he was fantastic as well. So it was good to see them, and then Lewandowski as well. I forgot he was there.
Yeah, he
So,
did. Yeah, he
and
scores. He
scored.
bangs it
Yeah,
in.
he scored another one as well, but he's offside. But yeah, and then they got smashed 4-2 at the weekend.
They did.
Yeah, they
First
4-1 down, didn't they?
first points
So-
dropped. We also had some football prizes representation at the Madrid derby this weekend. We had Gemma Galmoy. Hi,
nice.
Gemma. Gemma was out in Madrid. She won tickets and flights accommodation to watch Atletico versus Real. And what a game!
Oh, yeah.
What a game to win tickets
What an
for!
Well,
What an end.
was she sat in the Atletico end?
She was throwing the lighters,
Yeah,
I think. Thibaut Courtois. Well, she's a big Chelsea fan, Gemma, so she might have a bit of
Oh,
an axe to
yeah.
grind against Thibaut Courtois.
That is a great game to go watch.
What a great game to go and watch.
What,
I
did
hope
it
you had a
finish
good time.
1-0? It finished
1 all.
1-0.
And they
1-0,
scored in the
didn't
100th minute.
95th minute,
Yeah.
I think.
Wow, I
Yeah,
didn't know
but
that.
Atletico got a late equaliser.
Saw Ed
So all
Militao's
kicked off.
goal, and then Yeah, it's a great derby, that, isn't
Great
it? One
game.
of the ones
Great
you'd love to
derby.
go see. How far away are the stadiums from each other?
I don't know. Madrid's a pretty big place, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's bloody huge. But yeah, what a derby it would be to go watch.
Shall we crack on with This Week in Football?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go on to the Premier League this weekend.
The Premier League.
Where do we start? I mean, we've got to start with
We've got
Man
to start,
United,
we've got to
haven't
start with Ten Hag, haven't we?
we? Is his time over? We speak about this every single time we speak about Ten
He's
Hag.
been doing this for about 3
It's
years.
the great escape.
He's never played good football.
I know.
And he just,
wins trophies.
Yeah,
I mean,
He doesn't even-
what's he won, an
That's
FA
the
Cup?
only thing.
I know.
Has he won an
Yeah.
FA Cup?
And a Carabao.
And a Carabao.
At the start of the season, our conversation was, will Ten Hag be in charge this season? And we're 6 games in.
We're back again.
They're just buying themselves time, aren't they?
I
Yeah.
constantly backed him on this podcast as well. I said I like him.
Yeah.
I hope he comes good. But now I'm just it's over for him. He needs.
There's no
I think
identity
he's been
there,
told
is
that
there?
he's got 2. Obviously, they're backing him, but the next 2 games are
What's
massive.
the
I think,
point?
in
They
terms
backed
of-
He's
him
going to
with
go at some
£700
point. Isn't
million.
it? It's not going to turn it around. It's like when you're going out with like an ex or whatever, and you're in the final stage. We'll give it another go. It's like you're never going to. It's never going to last, is it? You're clutching at straws here.
But
Like,
then-
like I said, 700 million.
Yeah.
I mean, but then what? Where do they go? If Ten Hag goes, where do they go? I said to my mates who were all Man United fans back home, I said, I think it's just going to be like this for the next 5 years.
Tom
I
said
really-
Tuchel.
Yeah,
Tuchel's a
but
good shout.
Tuchel's a good
Tuchel's
shout.
the best manager on the market.
Have you seen his throwing his hat in the ring? Hat in the ring.
Not Gareth.
Have you seen he said, if they need me, I'm here? Have you not heard this?
Ollie.
Ollie said it, which I think is pretty poor when they've got a manager in place. But he said, if they need me, I'm here on an
my
interview.
God.
Ole
Yeah, but then
Gunnar Solskjaer.
also it's pretty poor that Man United, the Ineos were looking for a manager whilst Ten Hag was in
in the summer.
Exactly. So for his ego, that's not.
I think he knows that the job's not his.
Oh.
As the second
Yeah.
that they find a replacement.
I also don't
Yeah.
think Tuchel is someone that can come in and do it. I think they need.
Oh, they're in big
I
trouble
think
there.
They need someone like brand new, no
Yeah,
one's
I know
heard
it.
of, that he's just going to come.
Do you know what they almost
and make
need?
a name for himself at Man
Do
United.
you know what they
I
almost
feel
need? They almost need a Kieran McKenna.
Yeah,
It's
something
almost
that,
like going
something
back
like
to
that.
Man United. I know what Jack's saying here. Like Tuchel's going to take 2 years.
There's too many
They're a
egos at
mess.
Man United for Kieran McKenna to walk in.
Yeah,
But then Enzo Maresca's done it at
exactly.
Chelsea.
But and also if
He'd been at City.
if Kieran McKenna goes in,
McKenna's been at Man United.
if Kieran McKenna goes in, then I would say people are more going to let him have time than they are going to let Ten Hag
You've got
or
to give him
Tuchel or
3
someone.
years, haven't
But
you?
they didn't give
McKenna.
Moyes time. Moyes came.
Yeah, but
in.
that was
straight
after.
Yeah, but still, he had Fergie on his side.
No,
if any manager's ever had Fergie
No,
on
but
his side, that
was
was Moyes.
straight after,
Yeah.
and it was a drop.
Yeah.
It was the drop they're doing now.
Yeah.
But Jack's right. Like, if you're gonna go with Tuchel or Poch, or I know Poch got the American job. You want a bit of immediate results, or Zidane or something like that. If you're gonna go with the Kieran McKenna, you've got to go right. We're just writing off the next 2 seasons.
Like what Arsenal did with
Can't
Arteta.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Man United.
Yeah, but
But
Arsenal-
that's
right
what-
off.
that's what they're doing
Arteta.
now.
Maybe not right off. Like go, just they need a manager that they can sort of give time to in terms of he's a fresh-faced manager. Eric Ten Hag, they were going to give time to, but he just keeps.
Well, they have
cocking
given
up.
time.
There's a man. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy or something like that.
Yeah.
What's
He
he?
did all right
What
at
did he
PSV.
do? I was going to say, what did he do at PSV? Did he do
He
all
won the
right?
league.
Did he?
I think. I don't know.
Did you see Robin van
Fact
Persie's result last week?
Where's he at?
He's at
Heerenveen.
Herenveen. Yeah,
Is
is it
it?
Herenveen?
Villa.
Lost
9-1.
9-1.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, Van
He said he was
Persie.
proud of the boys. So he could get the Man U
I hate
job.
those managers. We had managers
Win the
like that at
second half.
Leeds.
Win the
Yeah.
second half.
Jesse
Take one
Marsh was
down.
like that. Jesse Marsh like that. I think in his last season we lost 4-0 at home to 3-0 at home to Man City, and I went to the game and we'd never had a kick. And it could have, they were in third gear. It could have been more. And he came out saying, "I think we were the better side."
Hate it.
And I hate those kind of managers
Just
that say that.
admit
we're
defeat when you've been
poor,
crap. Yeah. The Bruno red card. Do you think it was a red card? I don't. I think it was very harsh. Yeah. Do you?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh.
I think it was a red card.
I think the problem is he's given that decision to be made. Like, what's the point stretching out there like at knee height? That's
He
just stupid.
He slipped and he
It's
just wanted to
stupid.
make sure that he got him with
Yeah,
him
and
on the way
also-
down.
On the knee.
But I think the only. But
It's
he's not on.
stupid.
He's not on the knee. He's like just above the shin. I think
He's healed him.
just above the
It's not like
shin.
it's studs,
What?
isn't it?
But I think the only thing that about
Just above the shin.
Just above the
Where-
shin,
where's
between the
that?
knee and the shin.
Yeah.
Can I
lower knee.
can I say why I think it's a red card?
Go on.
I get the fact he slips, and I know for a fact he's not meant to obviously make contact just below the knee. I know he's not meant to do that, and I know he slipped, whatever. But if you look at it in this instance, he's made contact with a player just below the knee. However that's happened, whatever's happened before that is irrelevant. He's made contact with the guy before the knee. It's a red card. The fact he slipped is irrelevant. It's a red card.
Yeah, it's high. I actually don't.
It's very high.
I actually don't think the slip is that much of a reason for it not to be. I think it's more the fact that he hits him with his ankle as opposed to his studs.
Yeah.
Because on first look, it
that's
did
a
look
fair
bad.
point. That's a fair
At first
point.
look, it did look bad, and it is high. But I think the reason why it isn't a red is because he doesn't go with studs. He goes with his side of his foot. I don't think the slip really makes that much of a difference because if you slip and still break someone's leg, it's still a red card.
The
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
is they've got VAR, so they can look at that and say,
I know,
"Oh,
but-
it's his ankle,"
but I
or just
quite-
tell him to go look at the monitor.
But I quite like the fact that the refs just did it. Like,
No, 'cause
I
what's
like
the
that it didn't
point
get
in the
overturned
VAR?
because this is the point. This is the whole reason behind VAR now. It's got to be clear and obvious error. It's not a clear and obvious error.
It's one of them where different refs would have different perspectives.
And yeah,
of it.
and
Would
there
they on
hasn't
that?
been.
It's not a clear and obvious error.
No, and
It's
there
not.
hasn't been a massive uproar about it. It's
Yeah.
just opinion, which is what football should be. It's just opinion.
Well,
so,
it's the same as the Declan Rice one,
yeah.
where he obviously taps the ball away.
There's 2
Yeah,
yellows, isn't it?
and now looking back.
Yeah,
at
but
it,
it was And then who else was it? It was
Trossard,
the
the week
Trossard.
after,
That was it.
against
Yeah,
City.
yeah. And
Kicking the
that
ball
wasn't
away.
for the foul. That was for clearing
Kicking
the
the
ball.
ball.
Because you thought when you watch it live, they were saying it was for the foul.
And everyone said it should have been for the foul anyway, so it kind of even out.
I wouldn't have had any complaints. That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Trossard's for the
So,
foul.
but yeah, Man United are in deep trouble. Ten Hag's in deep trouble.
Did you
was an
see
in-
that they said Ten Hag's run of form over his last 30 games is worse than Neville's at
Everton's.
Valencia?
Is it really?
have you seen?
That's a
have you seen
great
that
stat.
about Everton?
No.
I think it's points this calendar year or something like that. United have got less than Everton.
That is mental.
Wow.
Jesus.
United are
Wow.
so bad.
It was interesting because it was a tale of two, woeful teams really, Spurs and Man United, and he felt like whichever one loses this, it's going to get really bad.
Spurs
for
played
you.
really well though.
Spurs
But that's
are
what I'm
like
saying.
world beaters,
But that's what
didn't
I'm saying. Like, not only did Man United lose it, which you didn't want to lose, but they were absolutely battered.
Yeah. Well, it could have been 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it could have been.
If Werner could put his dinner away, then it'd
Yeah.
been 6,
Yeah.
7 or 8. And I was quite happy for Ange that they won as well because I do like Ange.
they? Yeah,
I like Ange.
But
Ange would do a good job at Man United.
yeah,
He'd clear the
yeah.
decks. He'd clear the decks, and I think he'd do a good.
Yeah.
That's someone that they need to
he'd
come
have
in.
a way of playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's Ten
And
Hag's
if you
way.
didn't kind of conform to that, then he'd get rid of you. But the problem is now, like you're looking at Xerxes, you're looking at Ugarte, you're looking at Delap, you're looking at Euro. You're gonna have to keep clearing a lot of decks 6 games, aren't you? If you're Tuchel, be like,
yeah.
You're-
They've got
you're
a
looking
lot
at
to
this
prove, haven't
Oh
they?
yeah, they've got so much to prove with the amount of money they've spent.
He
it's
spent
absolutely
exactly. He
obscene.
spent all that money on all these players, but you look at the players he's brought in, and there's just no way. Like there's no obvious fit for any of the players.
there
he's
never
brought
has
in.
been, has there?
No.
They haven't played any style of football at any point
They
under
d-
Ten
yeah,
Hag
certainly,
That's
yeah.
the
on any
problem.
season.
That is the problem. There are moments,
And they keep bringing players in, and at some point you're going to go, well, you haven't got a style.
And also, the problem with that is players look like they're not good, but that isn't the case. It's because they're
It's
not
the
playing
style
the
they're
system.
playing in
They're
it.
not playing
Well,
in
there's
the
no
way.
system.
No, exactly.
They
There's no
press.
system.
They press, but they must press like the worst
They-
in the Premier League
they
because they are
press with
so
a-
lackluster.
They press,
about
but then
that.
they have a low block.
So yes, so it's the
So
worst
there's
of
a
both
They have a
massive
low
worlds.
gap.
block with no midfield.
It's
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
on the Van der
Yeah.
Ven goal literally shows
It's
that.
one straight
So
line through
poor.
on it.
If
Great
you make-
run, though.
It
You
is a
make
great run.
Ugarte and Casemiro look as bad as they are because of the system.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're not
absolutely.
bad players.
No.
are they? You're not,
and
you're not a bad
and I
footballer.
think now people are sort of seeing the light more so with that. And maybe Casemiro, the last couple of seasons, I know he's obviously made mistakes, but is it more because of the style of play?
I
that
think
he's
so.
in? I think that's more
Well,
showing the light of that.
Well,
as
when he
opposed to
came,
Casemiro
how
being poor.
good was he when he first
I
signed?
know, yeah,
yeah.
So he can obviously do it in the Prem.
I know. It's,
Should we move on to something
Yeah.
a bit more positive?
yeah,
CP.
Cole
Yeah.
Palmer.
Wow.
What a footballer!
Wow.
What a footballer. Tom, at the start of the season, we were discussing about putting him in fantasy. And
yeah.
you were sorting him with an R in, saying he was too much. He scored 4 at the weekend, Tom. And I had him, did you?
No,
Oh,
I had Bruno
really?
Fernandes.
Yeah.
So.
Bruno Fernandes, did you? And what did he get you? -2 points,
He
was
did,
it?
yeah.
Cool, yeah.
And now he misses the next 3 games.
Cole Palmer, the first ever Premier League player to score 4 in the first half
And
Yeah.
in the
didn't
Premier
he
League
hit
ever.
the post and have a goal disallowed as well?
Did he as well?
He hit the woodwork twice.
That is mental.
I was at Ellen Road for the Coventry game. Coventry, just on a side note, were one of the worst things I've ever seen come to Ellen Road in that first half. They had an XG of 0.00.
Really?
They were beyond bad. And I was checking the scores at half time and saw Cole Palmer scored 4, and I was just like, you're not even surprised.
No.
That's how good he is.
He's like the best player, not in the Prem, but in Europe at the moment.
He must be up
who's,
there.
Who's more informed
I
than Cole
don't know.
Palmer?
I don't know. He's
agree.
amazing.
He's and I love him as well as a footballer because he just doesn't.
He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a normal, down to earth guy.
He's thick. Which is so great because we don't have. There's not footballers like that anymore. He doesn't
Grealish.
care. Yeah, but Jack Grealish even more so. He's more switched on than Cole Palmer.
It
Cole
reminds
Palmer is away
me
with the fairies.
of
He's brilliant.
Messi in a
Yeah.
way. Like it's not all going on up there.
Yeah.
Like
But
100%.
on the pitch, he just lets.
But exactly,
You don't even know where he played. Like he just floats around everywhere.
That
like
free
Messi.
kick was outrageous.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
It was
And
outrageous.
do you see what he said in the? This is what I mean by he's like.
Yeah.
He's thick. He's thick, but not that. But he's just like he just doesn't really care. Because in the interview afterwards, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I worked really hard training pitch." Cole Palmer, they went, what about the free kicking? He went, yeah, me and the lads just occasionally have to train in it.
Hit a couple of balls.
And
Hit a
I
couple of
thought
balls.
I thought I'd hit that one, and obviously it went in. And that is
Yeah,
great.
but
And that's why people love
that
him.
goes back to Messi though. Like
Yeah.
he's just naturally.
Exactly.
Cole Palmer is just naturally an out world class footballer.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he has to work at it that hard.
And
He's just.
Isn't it amazing that Man City let him go?
I know.
But like I've said this before on the podcast, like 42 million last summer when they signed him, everybody was going, Chelsea, you massively overpaid for him. Everyone was saying you massively overpaid for him because he proved
It seemed
nothing.
like
He's
they
proved
cashed in well for him.
I thought they cashed in well.
He did always seem like
Hindsight.
seem like a
Jesus
good footballer. I have to admit when he was coming through the ranks.
yeah,
coming on,
obviously,
but
not
42 million.
What's his value now?
110.
I thought more.
Oh, it's more.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
More, much more.
English,
Much
how
more.
old is
He
21,
scores and
22?
assists in every match.
You won't be
It's
surprised. You won't be surprised if we've got close to 2.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe,
being serious. Like
maybe.
that is the level. Like, he's insane.
He's unbelievable.
And he's got age on his side.
And he's English, which is great.
Yeah,
so
it's
good that he's
great.
English.
He's so good.
I'm so glad he got loads of minutes at the Euros.
I know. Well, that's another. That's
Anyway,
a
you
topic
liked
for
it.
another
That's
day.
Gareth,
I did a trivia question last night on the live draw. If anyone watched that, and it was who scored the most goals in single Premier League games. So there's obviously there's 4 or 5 players who scored 5, and
Yeah.
they scored 4, and there's about 10 players or 15 players that scored 4 goals in a Premier League game. Cole Palmer's on there twice. He scored 4 goals in a Premier League game twice.
Palmer has equalled Chelsea's Premier League record for most hat-tricks.
Yeah.
Has he?
Of
There's
3,
Palmer, Hasselbank, Lampard, and I think it's Drogba.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Palmer's had one season and 6 matches.
I love him. I
He's mental.
absolutely. I love
That is
him.
mental, isn't it? He's
He-
not even a
he's
striker.
on the path. He's on a path now to become the greatest ever English footballer.
He's
I
fantastic.
hope so.
That's
Yeah.
not beyond the realm. Like how
I
good he actually is.
really didn't think he was worth the hype when he
No, I
when,
didn't.
when
I
everyone
know.
was first raving
No, I
about
didn't
it.
either.
But if
I
you look
didn't
at
either.
if you look at how much he's changed as one as a footballer, 2 as he's gone from a kid to a bloke. He looks like a bloke now.
Yeah.
Whereas when he signed for Chelsea, he looked young.
He was a kid, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's in sort of 18 months or whatever it would be, not even that, 14 months. He's evolved into such a different player. Theo Walcott compared him with Dennis Bergkamp on Match of the Day.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that.
Wow, no.
Is that a good comparison? Is that a
No,
fair
I don't think
comparison?
that's a good comparison.
Do you know
I
what?
think they're very different players.
Yeah.
Very, very. He's electric. He's
a
got
lot
power.
quicker than
Yeah,
Bergkamp,
I think
yeah.
that's very. And also, just quickly on Palmer, Chelsea last year were one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the history of the Premier League, and he was absolutely outrageous. Like we were talking about, like he's only had a season and 6 games. We think about the season last year, the team he was in, and the manager he was with, and everything else. He absolutely carried that team.
That might have
last
helped
season.
him with his development, that he was
Yeah, I
able
think
to
the
just
main
be
man, 100%,
himself
yeah.
Well,
rather
if
than
you-
being stuck in a pep
If you think
system.
of all the players that
Yeah.
are there now, and how, for me, I mean, it's obviously
That's a good
working
point.
now, but how poorly it seemed like the club was being run, the fact he was still able. But I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like, to do that.
it goes
But
back
this-
to his mindset.
This
doesn't it?
season now, they know build the team around him. Like you need to build your team around one
100%.
player to build
Yeah,
a
yeah.
team around Cole
Jack
Palmer.
Grealish, when he was at Aston Villa, was one of the best players I've ever seen.
Absolutely,
Like, he
yeah.
used to run through it, and then he goes and plays Pep's chess football.
Yeah.
And he looks rubbish.
Yeah.
He
He
just
just
looks like they
turns
all
back,
do.
doesn't he?
Just
Yeah.
turns back, Mara. They
Yeah.
all just look rubbish. And you're completely right there. Cole Palmer having some freedom, allowing to play, having that burst of energy. He looks so good. And if he was still playing under Pep now, he'd be rubbish. He'd
Yeah,
be
he would be,
chess,
yeah.
robotic
Yeah, you're right.
football.
He would.
And actually, Pep Guardiola, he can go in the bin for me.
I
You've ruined
for it.
football.
I'm
You've
for
ruined
it.
footballers.
When-
It's just like you become bored. Jack Grealish was so good.
When Pep Guardiola leaves the Premier League, it will go back to a much more competitive.
I'm hopeful. It will
and
go
a
back to
much
more exciting.
league, and there'll be loads more going on. The only thing I would say with Pep, the good thing, well, it's not a good thing, but everybody now plays out from the back, which means that we see a lot more mistakes. There tends to be a lot more goals.
You've seen
because-
Bailey Peacock Farrell for Birmingham
yeah,
this
it's
week.
brilliant.
Especially in the lower
well,
league.
Robert
Yeah,
Sanchez
I was
did it
about
for
to say.
Chelsea.
Oh, Sanchez, of course,
Both
yeah.
goals-
That was a better
both
example.
goals, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're all teams playing out from the back, which allows for more mistakes, more goals, which is entertaining, and it leads to high scoring games. That's the only good thing. But as soon as he leaves, we'll see the resurgence again of players like Cole Palmer, players individual brilliance like Jack Grealish, players like that we don't see nowadays or as much. we will
No,
see
but
that
I think we do that for other teams. Like Cole Palmer is doing that now. He's being he's having individual brilliance. But if he was under Pep, he'd just be It would
But because other managers copy him or try to replicate and so on and so forth, then it does tend to that there isn't an individual brilliance. It's a bit mimicky. But like Chelsea don't do that. Chelsea play how they want to play.
Just we've got to we've been very critical of Chelsea. I think a lot of people have, but we've got to say that they're quality at the moment. They've got a really settled team.
Like, you know when we were in the Prem, when Leeds were in the Prem, and we were everybody's second favourite team. Chelsea are becoming everybody's second favourite team.
I agree with that.
I like Chelsea.
And credit to Maresca, he's gone, you know what, you 10 players, you're just going to not even train with us. You're going to train at different times. He's got rid of them. He's shaved the squad down. And
you talk about Pep ruining football. He's a Pep boy. Like he learned all his trade under Pep.
True,
so like whatever he's doing at Chelsea, he's learned.
And so is
Same as
Arteta.
Arteta, yeah.
But maybe they just took a pinch of Pep and then done their own thing.
A pinch of Pep, I quite like that.
Yeah,
a pinch of Pep. That's the
this
title for the
podcast.
Yeah, a pinch of Pep.
You know, I just noticed. What was the answer last week in the quiz? Just to touch upon this. Sorry, you remember when I won it? Sorry. And it was look who was sat in front of me for the whole quiz. David Seaman. Sorry, I had to say that. Sorry. Just sorry,
you could have held that in.
We can cut that, Caden.
We'll come to the quiz.
Cut that, Caden.
Tell you that.
Right, let's do the Champions League managers. The main topic for today is our top 5 Champions League managers. We'll start off with Ash. Actually, we usually start off with Ash, so we'll keep the train going.
Are we doing 5th?
We'll do, I reckon, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and obviously the top one. I think it'll be a lot of the ones that are the same.
Can I just caveat to start with, like I normally do? My list is very controversial.
Okay, brilliant.
That's not like you,
Bill. I'm caveating.
Have you just got 30 on there and picking numbers again?
Neil Warnock.
What am I looking at on there?
I told you it's controversial.
Oh, Jesus. Right, go on, Ash, kick us off.
So 5th, I've gone for Jupp Heynckes. Do you remember him?
Nope. Never heard of him.
Bayern Munich?
Yes, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Won it twice, ended Real Madrid's 32-year wait for a title. Can you believe that?
Really?
Wow. Yeah. So he won it in 98 with Madrid. And then he won it again, which is the only time I remember him winning it, with Bayern in 2013.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was he small geezer with...
He was an old
Great.
Did he win it against Dortmund?
I don't know
he won it.
I don't know who he is.
Possibly.
Was the
when
final
he
against
won
Dortmund?
it...
No, that was Pep against Klopp, wasn't it?
No, Pep never won it at Bayern Munich.
No, he didn't.
No, it wasn't Pep against Klopp. Who was the Bayern Munich guy? It was Klopp. Was
it Ancelotti? No.
I think it might have been him.
It was the rivalry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, Jupp Heynckes won it.
Jeffrey Schlupp or whatever.
And it was the first time that... And it's another crazy one, because like Madrid ending 32 years is a crazy stat that they didn't win the Champions League. He also was the first time that Bayern had done the treble.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Ever in their history?
Yeah, so this one guy has done both of those stats.
Is he still alive?
Jupp Heynckes.
Yeah.
You could...
But he's not managing.
What does he do?
I don't know. Probably sat at home with his 2
Probably
medals
on the
around
beach,
his neck.
I asked him that like he keeps
Sorry, hold on.
somebody.
So he set the pathway for the Real Madrid Champions League dynasty.
Oh, no.
And he
No,
set the
another
pathway-
manager on my list set the pathway for that.
And okay, fine, I'm going to stop then.
But he did end that way, which I think he's worthy of being in the top
I'd
5
like to go.
shortlist.
I'd
Good
like
shout.
to go last on this one. So Tom
Okay.
or Bill, do you want to go for your 5th place?
Go on, Tom.
Oh, I was and ahhing on 5th.
I'm just going to make this up on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you not have 5?
No,
You
I'll
have
say
4.
I was torn between Pep or Benitez, but I think just for the fact that Pep's bought his way, they will go Benitez number 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Fine.
Just for the Istanbul.
Just in
Istanbul.
2005.
Yeah, okay.
And
Okay.
2008? Did they get
No.
no, 2006. They were next year, wasn't it? The next year they got to the final again.
Liverpool
Lost to
did.
Milan. Yeah.
I
They
didn't
had a
know.
repeat
Yeah,
of the final. Milan won.
he's only won it the once, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Bill,
I've gone David O'Leary.
go on. The Leeds manager.
Leeds manager. Yeah, right. You know,
5th best
sometimes-
ever. 5th best ever.
Best ever.
Yeah.
Best ever. Right. He only had one season in the Champions League with Leeds. I mean, I did happen to go to every game. But what he did with that team and the football that Leeds United played that year to get to a semi-finals from an English team with the squad he had, I'm really stretching trying to prove this one. For me, just
We're not biased, eh?
For me, just an absolute legend. David Lee's the 5th best. I was going to put him higher.
So
but
I
thought
assume
can't
you've
put
got
it-
like
can't do it.
Mourinho at number 1, because if he did it with Porto, who had the worst team,
Mourinho's
Leeds
not
at
on my
the-
list.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a controversial
Jim,
list.
really?
Controversial
But
list.
David O'Leary.
Controversial list. David Lee just pips Mourinho.
Oh yeah,
I think.
of course,
That-
Viduka, Huckabee, Smith.
Champions League football.
Champions League.
It's a very well-known debate, that.
Well, yes, the
David
age.
O'Leary
I don't want to
or
kind of. I don't
Bergkamp.
want to trod on the age old debate again. But I'm going to go. I'm O'Leary man over Mourinho.
No Mourinho.
Let us know in the comments which one you think you are. David Leary, 5th.
So I've gone. My 5 is obviously managers that I've seen. So I'm not going to go with any managers before my time. First of all, just to let you all know. So in 5th,
Is
I've
David
gone,
Leary before your time?
No. What was it? Early 2000s. I'd have been 2 or 3.
So yes.
In 5th, I've gone Roberto Di Matteo.
I mean, that's poor.
Let me explain.
That's as good as David
Let me
O'Leary.
Let me explain.
He was so lucky that start.
No, he was not.
He was very lucky that
No,
season.
he was not. He came in as caretaker manager, right, after Andres Villas-Boas left. I'm sure he won the FA Cup in the same year
I think
as well.
he did.
So he won the FA Cup, the Champions League. They went and beat the best Barcelona team ever, the best probably team ever.
With 10 men.
With 10 men. John Terry
10
got
men.
sent off in the 27th minute. Fernando Torres went and scored that one where he went round the goalkeeper. Ramirez scored a chipped goal.
Ramirez scored the chip.
Not only that, but
that was incredible.
Not only that, but they were 3-1 down to Napoli in the quarterfinals in the first leg. They then went to Napoli and won 4-1, which meant that they carried on through to the final.
That Napoli team was a good team
exactly.
as well. That were like Lavezzi
and then in the final, they went and They went and beat an unbelievable Bayern Munich team with Drogba's header.
Wasn't
in the
it
last
in Munich
minute,
as well?
In Munich,
Yeah.
last minute, won on penalties. I think 5th for Roberto Di Matteo is not terrible.
Oh, you've defended that
Thank
very
you.
well.
That was good.
Very well. Was he
David
caretaker?
I didn't realise he was in charge.
Was he
for that.
caretaker throughout the whole run?
After Villas-Boas went, he was just caretaker.
So he won as a caretaker manager?
Yeah.
It's
I
when he
like
went
it.
up
He won
to
the FA Cup and the Champions
like
League
it.
as a caretaker manager.
Wow.
He went up
he's a
to
legend.
Abramovich
Exactly.
at the end and went, I've won it.
Yeah. And he was just so likeable.
He is likeable.
So
then he got
that's
sacked.
why I put him in 5th, because I remember that.
I loved him as a player. I know, but do you remember him as a player? Is it before your time?
No, not really.
I loved him as a player because this was the first time like foreign players were kind of coming into the Premier League, and Chelsea had a few foreign players, and yeah, he was just great, good player, and he scored the fastest ever FA Cup final goal as well.
Did he?
After like 15-20 seconds.
Is that still a fact, or
I
is
think
the
so.
Gundogan?
Oh, the Gundogan.
outscoring him?
Oh, it
Be
might
close
be
that,
close.
won't it?
It might be close.
So
So yeah, he's won it as a player, and he's won it as a manager
Yeah.
for Chelsea.
And
I think good shout.
thank
It's
you.
good
Thank
that
you
we're
very
all
much.
different. as
Exactly.
well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th then, Ash.
4th, I've gone Fergie.
Yeah.
2-time winner. Most
It's
games.
not in mine.
Most games of any manager ever in the Champions League.
Fergie or Mourinho.
Created 2 completely different teams to win the Champions League as well. So it wasn't like he'd just done
He was
back-to-back
able
or
to
anything.
adapt, and he built them both from scratch himself. Didn't
I've
he?
got
Yeah.
Fergie in 4th.
I've got
as well.
Fergie in 4th.
Oh, right, okay, well,
Oh,
that's easy.
look.
I don't think he should be
I've
in the
gone
top
Claudio
5.
Ranieri.
Why?
He had a lot of games. He was quite poor in the Champions League, I thought.
Hey?
I watched it for
He won
many
it
years.
twice.
Well, and he got a bit lucky with one of them. In 4th, I've gone Brian Clough.
Okay.
Oh, that's
won it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Better than the last
It's
shot.
a good list, this. Well, apart from O'Leary. He won it twice. I mean, he won it twice with Nottingham Forest. He's just incredible. What an incredible achievement!
Yeah.
What he did. He took a bang average Derby team and got them to Europe. He took a bang average Nottingham Forest team and made them European champions twice.
Who was he before your time?
I mean, he was in the 70s. So,
But I wouldn't put someone that I wasn't.
yeah, because you don't do any research.
Well, yeah, that's true. But also,
I think this is a good shout.
That's
And
a
like,
good
it's one
shout.
that we probably overlooked.
Brian Clough, yeah,
because I want it
yeah,
around.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you know, it was close between Brian Clough and Zidane in 3rd and 4th, and I've just put Zidane ahead. But yeah, Brian Clough's in 4th for me.
Okay, well, Zidane.
Do you wanna
Expand
carry
on
on?
that? Yeah.
Carry on with Zidane. Carry on with Zidane then.
You're rolling.
I'm rolling. Yeah, I've never seen a player that. I mean, he's probably in my top 5 all-time players ever in my lifetime. Just never seen a centre midfielder like him ever before and ever since. And then to kind of carry that on as a manager and win it 3 times. I do think he might be a one-trick pony in terms of I don't know if he can do this with another club except for Real Madrid. And it's quite. I quite respect his career path of not taking another job as well because his legacy then just remains
He'll be
like
France
sky
boss,
high.
I think.
Yeah.
I think he'll get the
Yes,
France.
that's a
manager.
good shot. He might do all right at France,
Yeah.
at France job. I remember when he signed for Juventus, and I was like, he's called, and, you know, it's a name you don't forget,
great
really.
name.
You don't forget. And he was so good for Juventus. And then obviously he's got his move to Real Madrid, and yeah, three Champions League titles.
Yeah,
Very
fair
impressive.
enough.
Very impressive.
He's not actually in
Very
my
impressive.
5, to be fair. I know. Yeah, I know.
Where's Brian Clough?
He's
not
3rd
in
for
there,
me
yeah,
as well as
he's sick.
Zidane.
So that's
I've got Zidane in
Where have
3rd
you got
as well.
Zidane, Tom?
Second.
I've got
third.
Mourinho in 3rd.
I've got Mourinho in 3rd.
I've got
I've got him
Mourinho
in 2nd.
2 titles, special one. Obviously won it with Porto, like you say, 03-04, and then won it with Milan as well. Just great, great manager. I think the Porto one speaks for itself,
Yeah.
really, because
Ridiculous.
shouldn't have happened. and
for that alone, he's top
and
5.
that's when he sort of became one of the top 5 managers or whatever, you would put him in there.
Yeah.
And he's got his way of playing, and he just doesn't care
Sticks
what
to it,
anyone
yeah,
thinks
so-
of it.
That Porto was a Leicester City
absolutely,
miracle.
yeah.
Like no
Yeah.
one's ever going to do that.
But they
again in
played
the Champions
Monaco
League.
in the final.
Yeah.
So whoever won the final.
It was
Yeah, it was
mental.
a
And Monaco,
surprise.
that Monaco had a great team.
Yeah,
That Monaco team was
Morientes.
great. Yeah, great side. No, yeah, that Porto thing, that'll never be repeated, I
No.
don't think. Absolutely incredible.
I had Mourinho in as well because as well as winning it with Inter and with Porto, when he was at Madrid, they say he's the reason that Madrid are what they are now. Because they'd been eliminated in the last 16 for 6 years in a row, and then he came in and got further.
Yeah, well, he didn't
So
win
they
it.
said-
At Madrid,
No, he
did
didn't.
which
But
is a bit
he took that
crazy.
step.
Yeah.
So they're saying that basically he was the one who started it,
Right. Okay.
which I can agree with.
I think Real Madrid have got such an ego. They needed a manager with a similar ego to kind of go,
Yeah,
look, we're
yeah.
the best in the world. And yeah, no, he's not in mine.
Yeah, so who have you got?
Oh,
Oh, you
you
got
got
second.
second.
Dan in third, didn't you? Second,
Then
go on.
third. Shall I go second?
Yeah.
Second, I got Bob Paisley. Won it 3 times for Liverpool.
I mean,
Bob
listen, fair enough.
Do-
You won it 3
look.
times, but when was this? The 60s.
Yeah, 60s or 70s.
Are we just going on who's won it the most? Because
No, I'm not
Zidane
going
It wasn't
won
even the
it.
Champions League then,
I'm
was
not
it?
going anyone with me. Oh, hey, European Cup. I thought, well, what was the question?
Bob Paisley.
Bob Paisley. Any Liverpool fan will tell you the guy is absolute legend. Won
The
it 3
football that
times.
they
Are they still
played.
alive?
Football they played. I don't
Go
think
on.
Bob Paisley's alive
Can
now.
you name a player that played in that team?
Yep,
Go on.
I will do.
Bob Paisley
Bob
Jr.
Paisley.
Ian
Was that
St.
the-
John.
Was that the, like...
He
Was
said
he
John
there?
Dalglish, I
Dalglish,
think.
or is that earlier than that?
I think it's earlier.
Earlier
than
than
that.
Dalglish,
yeah.
Way
Look, we don't
earlier.
need to get into nitty
Earlier.
gritty. We don't need to get into nitty gritty of things, right? Bob Paisley, second best European manager of all
Okay,
time.
fair enough. We'll just swipe over
He's won it 3 times. Like, I don't think there's a British manager as well that's won a Champions League 3 times.
No,
Absolute
there's
legend.
not. But he was born. Oh, he's not even born. He did it 60 years ago. So
He might have died before you were born.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, let's have a look.
In second, I've got Pep. Got Pep Guardiola, 3
I ain't got
titles.
Pep in mind.
He had
I
the
haven't got
greatest.
Pep in
Yeah,
mind.
he had the greatest team ever with
So
Barcelona.
you haven't got Pep in yours, you've got second.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he's got
You
the
got
highest. He's got the highest win percentage in the Champions League, apart from your man, who was what's his name, Jupp Heynckes or whatever his name was.
Yep.
He's got the highest.
Has Hanks got
Hanks.
a higher win
70,
percentage?
I think
Has
it's
he?
70. I think it's Pep
He's only
Guardiola
had
was
four
just-
four seasons, and he's made the
64.
semis in every season.
So yeah, that's what I've got Pep in there. Just
But he's
best
always
manager
had
ever,
the
isn't he?
best
I know he
team.
has. I know he has.
So he's the
I know he
best
has.
manager.
But then,
best.
as he always had the best team because he didn't win it at Bayern. Was
No,
the
but he
Bayern
still had
team
the best team.
Was the Bayern team the best team?
I think
It
I
was a
think
strong team. I don't know if
He
it
had
was the
Ribery and
best.
Robin, didn't
the
he?
fact it
Yeah, but
took
they
him
were
so
coming towards the
long to
end
win
of
it
their-
at City as well, I think it's minus points for me.
Yeah, but he has won it.
Yeah,
He's not in
Before we
it
all
was
say...
expected. If he didn't win a Champions League at City, then he's
Yeah,
a fair
maybe.
manager.
Who was your second? Have we done your second?
You got Zidane, yeah.
It was Zidane, yeah.
Before we all...
I had Mourinho at 2.
Before we all say the
I had
same
Zidane at
person
3.
for one, can I do a special mention to Unai Emery? And I know it's not Champions League, but what his European
yeah.
record is absolutely astounding.
It is
Yeah, it is.
And if we were talking about European competitions in general, I'd be putting him probably first. What he's done
Yeah.
is just absolutely mental. And you know what? Imagine if he won the Champions League this year.
I
With
think,
Villa.
Joe,
Just
I think,
imagine
I
if he
hope
won
so.
the Champions
I
League
think
this
Unai
year.
Emery is probably the most underrated Premier League manager in the last 20 years.
Yeah, what he's done.
Yeah,
He took him
absolutely.
over in the relegation zone.
It didn't work.
And-
Arsenal did it.
It wasn't even that he didn't
But,
work.
but again, he took over just after Wenger. It's like Moyes taking over. He was the
wasn't
first
that
one
he
back.
wasn't terrible at all. He wasn't
They
terrible
should have
at
stuck with
all.
him, shouldn't they?
Well, yeah, probably.
They didn't have a good team.
No, they didn't have a good team. No, they didn't. But
He's not made for those kind of teams. If you
No.
look at Villarreal, you look at look at the kind of way he's been. He's made for an Aston Villa level.
Could he do a job at Man United?
Yeah, if you stuck with him, he's a world class manager, isn't he? Obviously.
Yeah, he is. So that's an interesting.
So I just wanted to give him a bit of a
Right.
mention because
Yep.
I know he's not Champions League, but I'd love it if he won the Champions League this year. It'd be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it'd be
wouldn't
great
it?
to have someone like Villa.
Incredible.
Well, that'd be like Porto. Villa Porto, wouldn't it?
But you won't put it. But they've got a squad that could win the Champions League. Is that fair?
They've got a squad that can compete.
I'd say that, yeah.
Win is strong.
Yeah.
I mean, drawing 2 all the way at Ipswich is not really helping my case here at
But
all.
But that was after a midweek Champions
But
League
then
fixture.
Have they got Bayern this week?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'll
yeah, I
be
know.
very
It's great.
nice
It's great
game.
the Champions League
Love
being
it.
back again.
Love-
So yeah,
love
we
the new
got
format.
number 1, Don Carlo. I'm
Don,
assuming
the Don.
Mr. Ancelotti.
Yeah, you can't
Most
not,
Champions
can
League
you?
Greatest
ever.
Champions League manager
Yeah,
of all
he
time.
is, isn't he? He's
I
just
feel
Five
like he's only
times winner.
cemented that in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, well, he won it with Madrid.
Do you know what I mean? Like-
won it with Madrid in 2022, and then won it with Madrid last year as well. And I think last year for me, obviously, I know that made him the most titles, but that one did cement him in terms of the way that Madrid played as well. Because when they played against Man City,
They got dominated,
they
didn't
got
they?
smashed. But they,
Oh, God, they smashed.
But you still
absolute
knew that
snatch
they
and grab,
had
yeah.
control of the game.
And you also knew that they were going to do it. You said it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you called it. You said
Yeah.
that no matter what happens,
Even
they
in the
will just go and
91
win it.
minute,
You can just tell Madrid have got that mentality. They've got that team. They've got that manager. They've got that mindset to just go and do it.
I think summing up Ancelotti very succinctly is Real Madrid is a hotbed of managers changing all the time. The manager under pressure, you can't settle for a year. Ancelotti just is never.
I think he's under pressure now. I do. I think Madrid fans are not bothered about Ancelotti. If
Where did Real Madrid get Ancelotti from?
Everton.
That's
Oh,
mental,
Everton,
isn't it?
yeah,
That's
it
some
was
mental
Everton.
stuff.
But I feel like if he left, Madrid fans won't be bothered. That's the Madrid mentality.
I don't think they wouldn't
Because they've
bothered, but
drawn
They're
two games.
that's
Three
what
games
they were
now.
saying. They were like, he needs to go because he's not getting the best out of
He's
the
having
team
to
that they've got.
change because obviously
I don't
Mbappe's
blame
coming
him.
in. It's a
Yeah.
it's a different ego, isn't it? It's not like he's the easiest player to manage, and he's having to change the way that they play.
What,
Obviously
for Mbappe,
dropping
you mean?
Obviously dropping Bellingham into the midfield more. I think he was injured for the Atletico game, so they probably
Yeah.
went back to the way they played last year. But like,
There's not a lot of managers out there.
I
As,
could-
as
I
we- as
feel
we
I
know.
like-
can understand why
Madrid,
it's
yeah.
not been an instant impact. Like it'll take a bit to get it
What, for
going.
Mbappe?
Pass it well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Very successful.
I like that.
Great.
Really
Very good question.
Really good. Let's
Let us know in the comments what you think your top 5 European managers are of all
Absolutely.
time.
Now
And
let's
let me
move
know
on
if David
to
O'Leary
the,
is in your list as well.
Where he is
Potentially
on
will
the
be.
list.
Potentially. Just
That
look at
age-old
the
debate,
stats. Look at the
yeah.
stats.
Let's move on to the most exciting part of the Offsiders podcast at the moment.
I need a way.
Do you want to wait for me to finish that before you start going like that?
No.
Yeah, there we go. Next week.
Right. Shall we try that again?
Quiz time.
Let's go to the quiz. Caden?
Oh, everyone.
Caden, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah, really good.
What time is it?
It's quiz time, baby.
Whee!
Cheers, quiz time.
Gets me
We're
every
back.
time.
I'm still waiting for when he goes. 11:15.
I'm really trying to get
It will happen again.
We need to we need to plan it where we just
Do.
tee him up. We don't say it for the first up, then go, Ken, just what time?
halfway through.
At the top, it says, up to you if you want to give a point for all 3 answers or a point for each of the 3. So I'm going to leave it to you guys this week.
You're the
Who-
producer.
Who-
I know,
who-
but the
I
past
think a
few
point for
weeks...
Who has written the quiz?
Tried
This is
before.
Seb Short.
Thanks, Seb. Thank you, Seb.
Thank you, Seb.
I think a point for each of the 3.
Yeah, because if you're going to steal, and
And you can still steal the one extra. so-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
enough.
happy
I agree
with
Although
with
Kieran does struggle counting to 3, so there's
Yeah.
my.
Ken just struggled.
I do struggle. We've got 2 questions each, and then we've got 4 Who Am I's, ranging from 5 points to 2.
Brilliant.
that. Cool.
So
I've just got no confidence.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Also, I wasn't here last week, right? Ash, well done. First
Thank
of all,
you
mate.
very much.
Fantastic.
Thank
The
you.
comeback has officially happened. 7-all. These boys are falling apart
Imagine
at
if we
the
go ahead.
seams. We're doing first to 10 wins the trophy. They were 6-1 up. Let me just make this very, very clear to the Football Prizes community. They were 6-1 in the lead. It's now 7-all. 6-1 in the lead. This is the biggest bottle job since Spurs, since Arsenal. Forget them two. Bill and Tom are the biggest
We'll
bottle
see what the
jobs
sure
you've
is
ever seen.
on the final
Let's
whistle,
go,
won't we?
Caden.
Caden.
10-7 incoming.
Caden, can
Fantastic.
we cut all that last?
Right, first question we've got for Ash.
Come on, Ashley.
Come on, Grin.
There were 4 successful penalties taken in the Premier League weekend. Cole Palmer scored 1. Who scored the other 3?
God.
Yes, Bill.
I'd also like to have a bit more on the
Anthony-
timer here as well, Caden, if I'm honest.
I'm trying to answer if
Go
you
on.
don't mind. Anthony Gordon.
Good shout, good shout.
Mo Salah.
Just pass.
Sure. Come on.
You're not going to pull one out.
Watkins.
How's he got that? How's he got that?
No.
So you said Anthony Gordon and Mo Salah. Right,
I
over
think
to you guys.
I think it's that guy, but I might be wrong.
Go on.
I can't think of anyone else,
I
so
know
go
who
with
it
it.
is.
You know it.
Raul Jimenez.
Raheem
Correct.
is correct. That's why I was saying
Good
think,
Well
because I was been on about him all morning.
Can't give clues in the
2-1.
quiz.
It's all right. We're still in the lead. Come on, 2-1.
That's 2-1. Next question is for Bill.
Come on.
Name the current bottom 3.
Ah,
Come on,
That's
Bill. You've
easy.
got this.
Is it?
really, really easy. Really.
It is.
Oh, can we just
Really?
stop for a
Oh no!
No, come on, Bill.
I actually don't know this.
I do.
second? It's not in order, is it?
Nope, just
No, you
the
just need
just the bottom 3.
You're right over there, Cole Palmer in the corner.
Yeah, Tom's losing his head because he's trying to watch people write him down. I'm happy with them 3.
I think those 3 are
You
good.
sure not them?
Okay, I'm going to go with Southampton, Wolves, and Leicester.
Oh, that might be right.
You've got Southampton and Wolves correct.
I think it must be.
Yeah,
I'd have said the same three.
Crystal Palace.
Correct.
That's the other one he wrote down.
Get in.
I wrote Southampton, Wolves, and Palace.
So what's that? Is that 3-0?
That's
level.
This is much better.
On Palace, shouldn't I?
3-0.
If that had been 1
I'd have said
point,
the same
that
three.
would have been stupid, wouldn't it? Because you'd have got 2.
Yeah.
Jack, you're up next.
Yeah, this is a better
Yeah,
point.
it is,
point
Yeah.
system.
It's just a
Come on,
headache.
Jack, please.
Right, Jack. Erling Haaland tops the goal-scoring chart so far, but who are the next 3 players on the list?
Cole Palmer and Buemo and... I will go with... I've got a few players in my head. I'm just going to guess one. Luis Diaz.
Correct.
Get him!
Well done.
Come on, Ash!
I had
Well done.
Diaz.
Joe, God, I'm so happy I didn't go with the other ones. I thought Liam Delap, I think he's got 3. I thought...
Jackson's got 4.
I thought
Jackson.
Jackson.
I was thinking
So has
Jackson.
Diaz got 5?
Diaz has
I
got
was
5.
thinking of someone that's got 4, so...
We had Diaz.
There you go. That's 6-3 at the moment. Tom, your question is next.
Oh, this is pressure now. Because we could steal a point as well.
Tom spitting bullets!
If we steal a point, we make the gap. If we steal the point.
Can we have silence, please?
Yeah, please, come on. Have a bit of respect here.
Manchester City topped the passing stats table this season with 3,823 passes. Which team come second, third, and
Oh, that's a stupid question, Seb. That's so unfair. I'm going to walk out of here.
That is absolutely outrageous.
You should get this, Tom.
I'm
I'm not having this.
I'd be fairly confident with Chelsea and Liverpool being in there.
Oh, there's one I know, and it's tough. It's about the ball.
Are you giving me Chelsea and Liverpool?
I'm
as
giving you
two of your
Chelsea.
answers?
Yeah.
Did Seb choose who these go to, or did you choose who these go to?
I didn't choose the questions themselves, but I just did Ash, Bill, Jack, Tom, down the order that they are.
Oh, so this is your fault.
Yeah, I can.
You know what? We'll go Chelsea, Liverpool, and Everton.
No, it's these guys.
Just Liverpool, correct.
What?
Who else?
Do you reckon?
I think so. Spurs and
Spurs
Brighton.
and
Okay,
Villa.
Spurs and Brighton.
Correct.
This is what I say. Let me open the gap.
That's 8-4.
Oh, it will be, won't it?
That could not have gone better for us, Ash.
What did we say before? Top. Open the gap.
Do we have
How
another
the
one
hell-
each?
Yes,
What?
Spurs,
Do we have
Devon,
another one
Yeah,
each?
we've got another one each.
No, it's 100% Spurs.
Calm down,
got
calm
one
down.
each.
How
Calm
the
down
hell
here.
did you pull those?
There's another one each before the Who Am I's.
Come on, yeah.
Ash, you're up first
So
here.
funny that.
5 teams have drawn at least half of their games in this Premier League season. Brackets 3 or more draws. Name 3 of them.
Ipswich. Forest. And I almost feel like Man United have, but I don't want to say them.
Come on, let's just get a team.
I'll say
Malcolm.
Palace.
Correct.
Good answers, Ash.
Are the other
Yeah,
two
great answer.
Leicester and...
Hang on a second, sorry. I just need to make
It
sure.
don't matter who the other two are. There's no bonus points in
That's 11 for. What were you saying?
Oh dear.
You've had an extra question. now.
Dear.
Leicester and Brighton, are they the other two?
They are the other 2. Yeah.
Oh,
Do we get 2 points for that?
No.
you
matter.
don't.
No.
doesn't matter.
Bill, you're up next. All the goal scorers in the Ipswich Aston Villa game were English. Name them.
Yeah.
I know
Come
these.
on, Bill. You've got this. You've got this.
Liam Delap,
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins, and Rogers.
Correct.
Good lad, Bill.
Well done.
Come on.
Well done, Bill.
Good answers.
That's 11-7.
11-7. Jack,
Jack.
if you get this,
Come on.
7 points.
Oh, hold on
going
it.
into
Sorry,
Tom's
just can I have a
question.
quick... This is massive pressure on Jack right now. This is a crucial part of the quiz now. If he fluffs it up for me,
I agree.
he's let us back into this quiz and
Pressure's
potentially let us
If
back into
you
the
got this-
series.
Give him a hard question.
Yeah, if
14-7
you're right,
for Tom.
you're right, Ash. If he gets this wrong now,
14-7
gonna-
for Tom. Ooh,
You ready?
Tom.
Sorry, I can't go on.
It's okay.
so if he does mess...
British managers currently sit 7th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 19th, and 20th in the Premier League. Name the clubs in 7th, 15th, and 16th.
7th, 15th, and 16th.
Yeah.
7.
I think we could work that out.
15, 16.
Yeah.
Stop writing stuff down.
I'm just writing 7, 15, 16. Is that okay? Just questioning.
Oh God, this is it.
Right, Caden, we haven't had a single answer here, Caden.
Okay. I'm just going to go. I think I might have 2. So I'm just going to go Sean Dyche and Steve Cooper and Gary O'Neill.
Oh, yes, it's 1 out of 3.
Yeah, 1 out of 3.
Come on.
I knew it. Honestly, he's been carrying you. Absolutely carrying you. Right.
Take it away, Bill.
Yeah, fine. 7th, we've got Eddie Howe for Newcastle.
Damn it,
15th,
sorry.
we've got Dyche for Everton. And 16th, we've got McKenna for Ipswich Town.
Correct. That's 2 more
We're back in it.
points.
Come
Sorry.
No,
do
we'll
that.
take 3.
Knew you'd do that.
What's the
getting
score,
awfully
Caden?
carried
12,
away.
9.
12,
You're-
9.
Carried away.
You're handicapped when he's here.
Nah, I don't think so.
I
don't think so.
He's your weak link.
Sorry,
And so is he.
No, he's
And
he's
whose
on
question
fire.
is it?
Oh, he's trying to get me head. I'm not having it.
Tom, your
this is
question
why you're bad at
is
quizzing.
next.
Right, here we go.
Name the 3 British players in Spurs' starting 11 from the weekend.
Oh, I know these. You can't give me any help.
Go on then, Tom. You said you got him. Let's have him.
I can name you the
Go
whole.
on then. Hurry up.
I can name you 10 of the starting
Right,
11.
hurry up then.
No, just give him
But
a
I
minute.
can't
Just
think of
give
the
him a
third
minute.
British
Just give him a
player.
minute to go through all the positions. Give him a minute.
Come on.
Just give me your 2.
Tom, come on.
Solanke, Brennan Johnson, and
You don't know it.
There
Are
we
you
go.
passing it?
Yes.
Say a pass.
He has to pass it. You
Ben
give him more
Tanker.
time.
I know he's not.
Incorrect.
James Maddison.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Get in.
Oh, Bruno kicked him.
No, I'm happy with 2. What's the overall scores here?
Right now it's
14,
13.
13-11.
Oh, but not for Madison.
13-11.
13-11. We're now heading into the Who Am I's. I started my career at Birmingham in 1992.
Yeah, that's vast.
Thanks, Alan.
No clue. Next one.
I started my managerial career in Sweden in 2011.
Graham Potter.
It is. Get in there, Bill. Yes. I can remember him saying about it.
He played.
I was trying to remember who it was.
Did he play?
He had a decent career, Graham Potter.
I didn't know that.
Decent career. I think West Brom, I think.
Right, for 5 points, the first statement. I started my career at Exeter.
Go on.
Look at him, he's itching.
I'm thinking.
For 4 points, I have played for 7 teams, including 3 spells abroad.
No, we're going to have to have another one, I think.
No.
Everyone happy for...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for 3 points, I have 54 Welsh caps at the age of 24.
Go on. We got next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 2 points, the last statement. I was captain of a club that lost a playoff final last season. Yeah.
Ethan Ampadu.
Yeah.
Come on, Bill. Come on. Has he been abroad?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
He'll be at my test, won't he?
That's
say Joe Roden.
He'll be
So-
at my test.
No, it's not.
that's 17-13.
Oh, wow, what a turnaround this is.
Right.
Just the last one.
No, 2 more. Yeah. So the first statement for 5 points. Started my career at West Ham, scoring 6 goals in 136 games.
6 in 136.
Oh
my God, what are you doing?
Go on.
Michael Carrick.
Yep.
How did you know
I don't know who played for Man United.
One.
West Ham when he was younger. Get in!
Yeah, but so did Joe Cole and Frank Lampard. Couldn't be any of them.
Yeah, but they'd have scored more. That was stupid.
You are only 1 point ahead after
They're
that.
1 point
Oh
ahead.
my God.
But yeah,
Oh my God.
Oh, that was a great show.
No, that Seaman's gone.
it's 13-12.
I thought we had to go for it because we got no chance.
That's stupid.
That was a
Fair
great show. That was unbelievable.
That was better than any.
That might be the best one we've had.
That was ridiculous. Because that wasn't even.
I wasn't anywhere near Michael Carrick. I was Joe Cole,
Oh,
Frank
Carrick.
I
Lampard.
thought Joe Cole, Frank
Yeah, but they've
Frank
scored
Lampard
more.
scored more.
He'd
Joe
have
Cole
scored
scored more. I
more.
thought a midfielder.
That is
Oh
outrageous.
my
And you
God.
thought
What were the
Michael
other?
Carrick.
What were the other?
I'd have
Yeah,
gone
the other
Anton
ones
Ferdinand
were-
before.
I would have done as well.
I
Or Rio
played
Ferdinand.
34 times for England and never scored. I was 5 Premier
probably
League
done that
titles.
as well.
I won 5 Premier League titles.
It's all down to the last
And
one,
I am
isn't it?
now a manager in the Championship.
That's a good one.
It's
I'd
all
have
down to
got
this,
the-
Bill.
I can't believe you got that.
I can't believe you got that. Oh my god, that's an outrageous.
Sorry, it's 1817.
Yeah, to them.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Oh my god, this is tense.
Right. The first statement
Is this the
for
last
5
one?
points.
Yeah.
This is the last one. The first statement for 5 points. I started my career at Chelsea, but never played in the Premier League.
I mean, that could be anyone. There's a lot there.
We don't need to go for this now. What we're doing.
We do.
You do. You really do. I'm happy to skip on.
My adrenaline's through the roof.
So it's mine.
Go on.
Are we moving to the 4-pointer?
Yeah.
Okay, statement for 4 points. After a loan, I joined Liverpool, but only scored 1 goal. Oh my god.
He scored 1 goal.
Dominic Solanke!
Yeah!
What a show! What a show!
That makes it 18-21,
Wow.
and that's 7-8 overall.
They needed it more than we did this week.
I got absolutely
Well done.
You needed that.
We did need
That Dominic Solanke.
Oh
My God, I thought I'd done it with Carrick, and then he brings
I
up
instantly went to
Solanke.
Salah, but obviously he scored a few more than mine.
What was the first one?
Started with Chelsea,
So,
but never
Mike.
played a Premier League game.
Yeah.
He never played at Chelsea.
I thought you might have done, but I just took a stretch.
Really not in
Yeah,
Premier
must
League.
have been in the cup.
Yeah, I just took a reach. I thought, and then I thought, just
Great answer.
Well done.
He only
Very
scored-
well
He
done.
only
He only scored
That was a
1
great
goal for
quiz.
Liverpool.
Sorry?
He only
yeah, because I
scored 1
remember
goal.
being a flop. That's why I said
He never played, did
Oh,
he?
was that for
It was
that?
quite actually. Here's
Was
the two
it?
clues. It was quite a risky shout
It was
from
a
me,
risky
Dominic
shout.
Solanke.
I was
What
thinking
were the other
Sterling
clues?
for some reason.
Yeah, sorry.
What were the other clues?
They were... What did you
I'm
have
not enjoying
left?
these quizzes.
I have played once for England in 2017, and then I cost 55 million when I joined Tottenham this season.
Yeah, so some of the buzzers would have gone.
Yeah.
Buzzers would have gone mad.
And that'd have been 2 points as well.
Yeah.
His 1 goal was in a 4-0 win
So
against Brighton.
we've never been losing, have we, in this quiz?
No.
Just to say,
What a time to lose.
just to put that in, never been losing.
Oh wow! Well,
Congratulations.
I really
Should be-
enjoyed that quiz.
I really enjoyed that. Well done.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
well
Good
done.
Well done.
Well
Great
done.
answers.
Thanks,
in there.
Seb.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. Right, what we got next? We got a letter. Is that right? Are we the men with a letter, Caden?
That's
You're
it.
on the left.
So we've got a letter from Andrew Thorpe.
Thorpey.
Who we spoke about earlier in the episode as well. And the question he's got, I know it's not football related, but what is better? He has included something in football in this. A hole-in-one in golf,
Yep.
a 9-dart finish, a 147 in snooker, or an invincible season in football.
So that's hole in one in golf, a 147,
That's 3
a 9
individuals and a
darter.
team sport.
I think he's just throwing in the invincible for football. I would say let's get rid of the football because I would say that's the hardest because it's the long. You've got to do it every single game throughout the season.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's
I
go
think
with the
football's the hardest.
so let's go with the 3 individual sports. What is
Well,
the
it's
hardest
golf.
thing?
For
to
me-
Golf's
do?
the hardest.
It's not.
For
No, it's a
me,
9-dart finish.
it's 9 dart 147
I
hole in
agree
one.
with that.
No.
A hole in one you can fluke, can't
Okay.
you?
So many people have hit hole-in-ones.
I was saying this to you.
A 9-dart finish, you have to hit 9 arrows, bang on.
I think he knows what
It's
it
not
means.
what is hard, it's what is better. Hole in one in golf is better than hitting.
If you're talking about kind of
Oh.
like being a spectator and watching something, a 9 darter is outrageous, isn't it? When they go, "Whoa, whoa."
Yeah, it's a 9-dart as well.
Nine
Yeah, but
darter
only
would be
'cause they're
outrageous.
I
all
would say a
top of you.
9-dart is harder and it's also better.
A hole in one in golf is harder than
No,
a
No,
I
it's
was
not.
saying
surely
this.
you can
I was
train,
saying
you
this
can
to you.
train to do
If
a
you-
9 dart.
If you sat on a hole like that easy one at yours,
Yeah.
and you just smack balls at it all day, one of them's going to go in. A
Yeah.
9 dart.
I'm with
Well,
that.
if you get
I'm with
very
Ash here.
difficult
Like, yeah, because the variation you've got on a hole in one is so wide of how you can hit a ball, the weather, all of it. Like Ash is right. Like you are just trained to hit 9 darters all the time. I think there should be more 9 darters than there are.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm surprised
You
about
get
how
9
few there
darters.
are.
You don't get
I don't
many
know.
more
I don't
ones.
know.
147's pretty tough because the
Yeah, it
balls
is.
are everywhere.
I don't really like snooker, so I don't
I
really
feel
care.
like you get
I love
147.
snooker. Like the ball, like the obviously every break in a snooker match is obviously always different. Whereas a 9 dart is such a closed sport. Like it makes no difference what your opponent does really.
Yeah,
You're still
that
doing
is
the
true,
same thing.
but-
The reds will always be in different positions. The weather will always be slightly different on the pin. 9 darts probably the least impressive out of the three.
Wow, okay.
Oh.
You've
It probably is a little
You've
bit.
split decisions there,
Yeah,
but I like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
A
Good
hole
question.
in one, you're hitting the ball from hundreds of yards away.
Yeah, I know.
A 9
but-
dart, I'm throwing it at.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, but then
I'm going to learn how to do that quicker than hit the ball at 200 yards.
I don't think. I think there's more
You've
chance
got-
of me.
you've got more
hitting
chance
a
of-
goal in one, a hole in one than hitting a 9 darter. And I can throw
You
arrows
have.
and I can play golf.
Out of the three, out of the three, I think hitting a 147 is probably the hardest out of the three because like you could probably fluke a hole in one. You could probably teach yourself to hit a 9 darter. 147 is snooker.
You could fluke one. You could just
but
keep landing nicely.
You can set up shots in snooker though.
But that itself is the skill, isn't it?
happen. 147s happen.
They do, yeah.
147s happen.
They're probably
They
the
all,
most
they all
common
happen.
out.
They are the most common out of
Yeah,
the three, I reckon.
So I would say that
I reckon they
for
are the
that
most common.
reason. But good question.
Good
Thorpe.
question,
Good
Thorpe. Yes.
Really enjoyed that.
We're going to be giving away £20 site credit again for anyone who leaves a question. Please leave a question. Don't just write, here is a comment. This is what we've been having recently. I'm just not going to add you to the wheel if that's the case. Leave a question. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Thanks everybody.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one.
I
Great
certainly
quiz.
enjoyed
Great
that.
episode. The quiz continues next week. It's getting really tense now, isn't it?
It's
getting
getting
close.
Like we said, when it gets to 10, that's going to be the winner of this season.
Are we
for the
going too
quiz.
clear?
No, you're not going to win by 2.
Oh, I think too clear.
It's like table tennis.
Too clear would be good. Too clear would be good.
Yeah, but then what if it gets to 9 all?
Oh
and then
my
it all
God.
comes
It's
down
too
to that.
clear, isn't it? No, it's too clear.
No, I reckon 9 all. Because then
9
if it's 9
all.
all, I'm going to sit up all night revising the day before the
I think
quiz.
I have as well.
So yeah, it's getting really exciting. But we'll see you all next week.
And I want you thinking about quiz team names for the quiz for when it resets.
Yes, we're gonna. We'll mention that now.
Yes.
We're gonna when the quiz resets for the second season, whoever's gonna have the league trophy, we're gonna have quiz names. So give us some comments of some quiz names.
Team names.
Yeah, team names for the quizzes. Are we gonna stick with the same teams as well?
I don't want to switch.
Ooh.
But that's interesting that you do, though.
No.
Just
Don't know how I
saying
feel
that.
about
I
that.
mean, just saying that. No.
Just
It's
asking. Don't
Ooh.
worry. We'll win it anyway. We'll have the trophy.
Why don't we
with-
have 3 teams?
All right,
Ash,
listen,
Ash and
everyone.
Jack by themselves, and Tom and I can stay as a team.
Okay, yeah, all right. It's always a pleasure. Never a chore. When you leave, close the door. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.